Hi guys. I don't even really know what to tell you. Well, I'm really sorry for not updating over the past 3 weeks, but the thing about relapsing is that your entire focus becomes something else and something very different from what I would want it to be right now, but unfortunately I can't really do anything about it. Like, I just seriously contemplated just checking myself into treatment tomorrow, but that's not gonna work out because I have too many things to do and too many people to meet and too many things to do and pretend that I'm okay. And so I probably won't, but I'm just, to be blatantly honest right now, I'm just so pissed. I'm just, I don't want to anymore. This just sucks. I wish I could just go and eat and be normal and not think about it and not worry about it and not feel disgusting all the time. Whatever I do, it's not even that I feel any better when I'm starving. No, I don't. I just feel crappy whatever I do. And I'm just yeah, I can't even describe it. I think I've just totally given up on myself. To be honest, because just I'm literally, I'm not doing anything anymore. Always when I relapse, I always start with just starving, which is kind of nice, but I don't know, I just don't care anymore at some point. I just become depressed, and so I don't care, and when I don't care, I eat, and then I eat a lot, and then I purge, and then I eat even more, and sometimes I'm just too tired to purge, and then I just keep eating or purging, and when I'm so sick of eating and purging, then I start starving again because I don't have anything better to do and I'm totally unable to control my eating behavior in any way. So I just kind of do whatever I have to, and I just literally I lay around all day and I don't do anything. I just don't move it. I don't even get dressed. I just honestly don't care. And I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to, I just don't care. I'm totally numb to everyone and everything. And I wish everybody could just leave me alone and I wish I could just wake up and be so thin that I'm just going to die that day. But I guess that's not an option. So, I don't know. This is kind of, I guess you could totally title this video why having an eating disorder sucks, because I just don't understand how people can actually want to be like this. I mean, sure, there's this lovely vision out there that people just, oh, you just kind of reduce your calories and then you become thinner and thinner, and then at some point you're so thin that everybody cares about you and loves you, and then you go into treatment and then you get awesome treatment, and then 3 months later you're all healthy and happy and running around, and that's just not reality. At some part of my mind I still think it is, and I still hope it is, and I can still read Maria Hornbecher's book and just basically be envious because I wish my life would be that way. But to be honest, it's not, and it's just I don't know, an eating disorder just takes your life apart, and it doesn't make it any better, and it doesn't make it any, you don't feel better. People think when you have an eating disorder, you just kind of stop eating it, you get skinny, and that's just not what it is. It's just suffering day in and day out, and you can't ever do anything to make yourself feel better. There isn't anything, because you feel crappy when you're hungry, you feel crappy when you're full, you feel crappy when you've lost weight, you feel crappy when you gain weight. For a second you may feel better when you've lost weight, yeah, but the thing is, as soon as you've lost weight, you're the more scared that you might gain it again, and so you have to do even more drastic actions just to prevent that weight gain, and so it's just this everlasting cycle. And if you're one of the unfortunate ones that maybe doesn't lose weight easily, or just kind of has like a mixed eating disorder or adenos or bulimia or whatever, and you don't become thin, you actually don't even achieve your innermost desire, and people don't even notice, and nobody will care. Like, people just say, okay, like, yeah, okay, she might be eating kind of weirdly, but she's not thin, so everything must be all right. And like, that is just so not true. And sometimes I wish that people would just walk up to me and just notice, and somebody would just say, okay, Sophie, I don't know, I've revealed your secret, so now you can just, like, I don't know, fall apart and cry and give up, but that's not an option. And so I don't even know what this is for. I really don't. I guess it just kind of meant to show you guys that, well, having an eating disorder really sucks, and it's not at all fun, and it's not at all glamorous or anything. And I can only remember Michelle's video when I saw it, because she was crying so hard, and unfortunately I can't cry anymore. I don't have any emotional reaction towards anything at all. Like, right now, that is about the most emotion, like the greatest amount of emotion that you're ever gonna get out of me, because I can't cry, I can't be happy, I can't be anything. I can only be mad at myself, and that's about it. Yeah, I can be sarcastic. That works pretty well. Especially when I'm around other people who have an eating disorder, and we just kind of notice each other's tricks and we just laugh, because what else are you supposed to do? I mean, crying would probably be the more appropriate reaction, but I don't cry because I can't, so I just don't. Like, seriously, I hate how much I just don't care. Like, my room looks horrible. It looks like a horrible mess, because I don't care. Like, in my mind, I am dirty, so my room can be too. And like, I don't shower a whole lot. I don't even get dressed. I don't wear makeup. I don't do my hair. I don't do any of the things normal people do to make themselves feel better and feel like, go out and feel as if they were being looked at. But I honestly don't really think I am, and I wish people could just leave me alone, and I could just hide in a room and lock the door and throw the keys out of the window and just not have any access to food, and I could just lay there and die. But that is just the eating disorder part of myself. And I know pretty darn well that a part of myself doesn't want any of this, and a part of myself is strong and healthy and all those beautiful things. And whenever I have days when this part is like dominating, I have a wonderful life, I have a wonderful family, I am a successful student, I have a bright future, and like, things could not be going any better, and I feel okay. Like, I'm okay with myself, I'm okay with eating, like, I'm able to have a normal life and to lead a normal life with normal activities. But it just feels like I'm always gonna have this cancer inside of me, and like, why should I be suppressing it all the time? Like, I know it's there, so why can't it just, like, I guess I've just kind of stopped pretending like it's not there, because it is. And so as long as nobody else notices, that's great. But I don't know, I just don't care anymore. And so I guess nobody should take this rather depressing video as their example or anything, and I hope that you guys are doing better, because I know that probably most of you feel like this at some point, and I do. And I hope that in a few weeks maybe I'll be back to, like, happy and I can make more motivating videos and more whatever more regularly as well. And I don't know, I wish that maybe this should go away, but at the same time I actually don't, which is like the weirdest thing. But I don't know, I just don't know anymore. And I'm sorry that I don't, but I hope that you guys do. And just never ever give up hope. Because I hope that at least, like, I know that I have a lot of strength inside of me. And even though I sometimes lose every sense of self-worth and such that I have, I kind of still know that I'm not worthless. And I don't treat myself accordingly, but I hope that you guys do, and that you realize that you are deserving of all the good that happens to you, and that, like, you have a right to be healthy, and you have a right to have a mind to yourself, and to not have it occupied by some external force that is just out to kill you. And so I wish all of you a lovely week or 2 or 3, however long it's going to be. And I hope that you do well. And lots of love to all of you, and a lot of imaginary hugs. And yeah, I shall update at some point. Bye.